So everybody, thanks for tuning into Jaygee's Lifestyle. Welcome back. So today we're going to do some maintenance on the Gen 3 Raptor. It's time for its first oil change since I've owned this truck. Probably put about maybe 4,000 miles on it. So I like to not push it too far out to the oil change, do it kind of early. Some people might say that's a little too late, but that's where we're at with this truck. It's a little chilly outside. I'm rocking the new little beanie. It's a little mock-up of a future design. It's not the best, but that's why we got to test out different vendors. Right? So we're gonna go with 5W30 full synthetic. So Ford Motorcraft brand with the original OEM filter. The reason we went this route now AMSOIL is because I have a lot of Ford points. I'm just trying to use them up. Maybe in the future we'll consider some AMSOIL, but for now this is what we're gonna go with. Alright, so we're underneath the truck here, and there's a little access panel here. So by removing this access panel, you should get to your oil filter if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna remove the whole skid plate. If you want to remove this this panel, you would need to use a T40. So, but in this video, we're gonna remove the whole skid plate just since we're on ramps and you don't want to make a mess with the oil and stuff. So that's the route we're gonna go with. And so up here, these are 13 millimeters. 1, 2. You should have 4 in your factory Raptor, but I did some. I don't have I had to do the front mount intercooler and stuff. Long story short, I'm only running 2 bolts, one here, one there. Back here is a 15, 1, 2. So 15 millimeter and 13's up front. All right, I'm gonna show you guys something kind of interesting. I got the skid plate removed, and remember that access panel I was mentioned earlier? It's on the skid plate. So there's this little plastic piece right here, tray that is part of the truck, and there's your oil filter, that little white thing up there. See it? So I guess when you take that off, the oil should come down here and drip down and come down to the access panel, right? But now we got more room, so this is what I wanted. I wanted to take off the whole skid plate to have more room. So this is where we're at so far. I just noticed my truck is missing a panel here. So this is a panel that everyone talks about that you have to remove, and then you access the drain bolt. Oil is drained out. You can take off the filler cap, which is over here. It's already removed, and that will help drain the oil a little bit quicker. And it was a 15 millimeter down below. Now we're gonna proceed and take out the oil filter. We made a little bit of a mess, but not too bad. And I'm gonna use this little special tool to take it out. Alright, so we got the new oil filter installed. That little tool I showed you earlier is really nice and convenient because it has like a little center magnet and then centers you up and adjusts to the 3 little legs on the side, whatever you want to call them. They kind of like adjust to the size of your filter. And then got a little lazy. I went with the right approach for removing the skid plate, but I should have also removed this guy right here. But as you can tell, I made a little bit of a mess, but not too terrible. But anyways, the access panel would have been what do you call it? I think it was an 8 millimeter and a 10. My truck did not have it. I bought my truck used, and I'm finding little things I do not like, but this is one of them. It's missing stuff. But yeah, so for you guys that have a new Raptor stock and not tampered with, you will have an access panel right here. So, but if you don't want to make a mess and you're on ramps, definitely remove that panel, this panel, all the panels that you can, but not needed. So this was a 15 millimeter, and I did it hand tight, and then used my ratchet, gave it a little bit, and then I put in torqued it down to 19 foot-pounds, and yeah, just nice and snug. Nothing too crazy on the torque. And that will wrap it up. Now we gotta do the most important part and add oil to it. Alright, that sums it up. So now we're gonna reset the oil life indicator. So let's hop on. Turn the ignition on. Go here. Now go to the menu button. Settings, and then you want to go to vehicle maintenance, oil life, press and hold to reset. Boom. Now where I want you zoom in, there you go. Alright, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time.